Okay, so what were we learning about in math the day before yesterday? Someone raise their hand and tell me. What did we learn about in math, Trevor? Bar graphs, yes. Who can tell me what a bar graph needs? Raekwon.
Y and x-axis.
Y and x-axis. Leslie? Bars. Title. How many titles does it need? Show me with your finger. How many? 3. Okay, am I missing anything? Okay, what's your graphing, right? We need a label and we need our numbers, okay? So if I'm measuring shoe sizes, someone tell me how I'd set up a bar graph. Trevor? Okay, so I have my x and y axis. What goes on my x and y, Kaylee?
You would put the shoe size on your x and the number of students or something like that on your y.
Okay, good. Shoe sizes would go on my x, number of students would go on my y. Okay? Alright, so we're going to review some types of graphs and then we're going to learn a new type of graph today. Okay? Okay, so this is a pictograph. What does a pictograph use to show its data? Ariana? Pictures, perfect, okay? So if we're measuring how many ice cream cones were sold during lunch, and it says down here that our key, what does it say our key is?
1 cone.
10 cones. 1 cone equals 10. So how many ice cream cones were sold during our 8th grade lunch? 50. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. What about my 7th grade lunch? 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Good. Okay? So if your key were to say that each cone was worth 1, how many cones were sold during 8th grade? 5. And how many here? 7. Good. Okay? How many boys and girls are in science class? Okay? Another pictograph. How many boys? Someone tell me how many boys are in our science class. Someone raise their hand and tell me. Lisa. Is it 5? Andre? 10. Okay? 10. There's 5 pictures here, but what does my key say? Adrian, what does my key say? Boys equal 2. So one of these boys equals 2. So how many are there actually up here?
5.
There's 5 here, but how many are there really trained? 10. Okay? What about my girls? How many girls are in my science class? Someone raise their hand and tell me. Jada? 8. Good, because each of my girls is worth 2. Okay? Okay, favorite sport. I have baseball, basketball, football, and soccer. How many kids like baseball as their favorite sport? Veronica? Good. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Because my X's are worth how much? Everybody? 5. How many kids like basketball? Diana? 15. What about football? Keithia? 15. How many people like soccer? 20. How many people like soccer, Shariah? 20. Good. Pretty easy?
Yeah.
Okay? Okay, we're going to skip those. Alright, tally marks. You guys are familiar with tally marks? We do tallies like we did our game earlier. Okay? So we're going to tally up the number of shapes and write the number. So someone come up here and tally my triangles. Daisha, come tally my triangles. Is she right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So write your number.
14, 15.
Did I miss
On
one?
the bottom.
Right there.
Oh, one down here, yep. I didn't see that one either. Okay, so 15, so write her number. Okay, someone come tally my squares. Raekwon, come tally my squares. What if I turn them around? What are they?
Squares.
Oh, yay.
Okay, we write my number. Okay, so how many squares did he have? 11. Make sense? Alright, what's this called? What's that called? Spinner. Okay, so we're gonna tally how many times the spinner lands on a color. Okay, so let's see. Trevor, come spin it for me 5 times and tally what colors it lands on. You can just click on it. Yep. Okay, so we got one purple. Okay, spin it again.
Red.
One more. Matt, come spin next for me. Okay, Matt's gonna spin 5 more times and we're gonna tally them all up.
Orange. That was
How many more does he have left?
orange. Red. Why the heck is like that?
How many?
Come on, blue. Orange. Purple.
One more.
That's hard.
Alright, I need someone to come up here. Trayton, come add up his tally marks for me.
They used to do it. Orange.
Alright, Matt and Trevor are spun and we're gonna have Trayton tally up count up my tally marks.
No red or
Okay, so we got 3 orange, 1 green,
0.
0, 0, 4, and 2. Someone raise their hand and tell me what kind of, what can I use this data for? How else can I display it? Raise your hand. How else can I display this data? I have a table right now. What can I do with this table? Someone raise their hand. Ariana? Good, I can turn it into a bar graph. What else can I turn it into that we talked about, Kaylee?
You can turn it to a picture.
Okay, I can turn it into a pictograph. I can turn it into a line graph. Okay? Alright. Someone come up here and count my tallies. Lisa, come count for me. We have favorite pizza toppings. We have pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, and bacon.
Mushroom bacon.
Bacon?
Yes,
Yep,
bacon.
just go ahead and write the number. Alright,
Crispy.
stop. Focus, back up here.
I'm hungry. I know.
Focus up here. Make sure she's doing it right. Okay, is she right? Nod your head. Is she right? Yes, no? Yes? Okay. Favorite fast food chain. I want someone to come up here and write next to it how many people like Burger King, how many people like McDonald's, and how many people like Wendy's. Diana, come do it for me. How many people like each of these fast food chains? Write it right next to it. Red doesn't work.
They didn't.
She right? Yes, no? Everybody?
McDonald's.
Everybody?
Yes.
Okay, so which fast food chain is most popular?
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Winnie's the best.
Someone raise their hand and tell me what is this an example of? What's on the board? Someone raise their hand. What's on the board? Ariana, what's on the board? A bar graph. Okay, we're going to answer some questions, okay? It says, how many pencils were sold on Monday? Someone come up here and tell me how many pencils were sold on Monday. Josh, come tell me how many pencils were sold on Monday. Okay, everyone look at the graph, think in your head how many pencils were sold on Monday. And once you figure that out, move on to Tuesday, because I may call on you. Figure out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in your head. How many were sold on Monday? Okay. Who wants to come up for the next one? Raise your hand. Shariah, come to the next one. How many were sold on Tuesday? How many pencils on Tuesday? 12, yes ma'am. What am I called on? Adrian, come up to the next one.
Miss Brother, they're missing the Y and X
A title. They're missing a title.
Where?
They're missing 2 titles on the
On
Y.
their graphs? You're right. How many on Wednesday? 7. Leslie, how many Thursday?
10.
Okay. And Raekwon, how many Friday?
6, 8.
Okay, come up here. Thank you, sir. Kaylee, tell me which day had the least amount of pencils sold? Wednesday. And Terrence, tell me which day did the most pencils get sold? Which day? Friday, yes sir. Alright. Kaylee said we're missing some titles. I have a title for my graph. What titles am I missing? Someone raise your hand. What titles am I missing? Jada, what's one title I'm missing? The X. What does my X need to say? Which one are you looking at? X or Y? This is X. That's Y. So which one needs to say number of pencils? The X or the Y? The Y. Number of pencils sold needs to be the Y. Okay. I'm also missing a title for my X. I have my labels, but I don't have a title. Daisha, what should this say? Days. Just days?
The days of the week.
How about days of the week? Okay. Days of the week. Am I missing anything else? Nope. Looks good to me. Alright. Line graphs. Okay. We're looking at temperatures. Okay. Look at this graph and compare it to the bar graph. What's the same and what's different? This graph compared to the bar graph we just looked at. What's similar and what's different about it? Diana, give me one thing.
Same thing that they have numbers and the days.
Okay, so we have numbers going up the side and we have words going across the bottom. Okay? Veronica, what's another thing?
These are kind of lines.
Is that a similarity or difference?
Different.
Okay, it's different. My line graph uses lines. What does my bar graph use?
Bars.
Bars, okay? What's something else that's the same, Leslie? We already said numbers. Josh, what's something else? Okay, they both have an X and Y axis. Good. A graph has to have an X and a Y. Creighton, what's another similarity?
That has...
One more thing I'm thinking of.
It has a title.
Good, they have titles, okay? Title for my graph, title for my Y, title for my X. And I have these labels, okay? Everything's the same but what? The lines. My line graph has lines. And my bar graph has? What does my bar graph have?
Bars.
Bars, okay? So take a look at our graph. We're going to answer some questions. What are we measuring? Someone raise their hand. What are we measuring? Kaylee, what are we measuring? Weekly temperatures, okay? Check it out, okay? What was the temperature on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Adrian, what was the temperature on Monday?
55.
55. 55 what? Degrees. Does it tell us what type of degrees?
No.
Nope, does not. Okay, what's the temperature on Tuesday? Someone raise their hand on Tuesday. Malika, what's the temperature on Tuesday? 65 what? Degrees. Did anyone see temperature on Wednesday?
Yes.
What was the temperature on Wednesday? Lisa?
I didn't raise my hand.
What's the temperature?
65.
65. Did it change?
No.
Okay, someone raise their hand. Tell me Thursday, and then someone look at Friday. Thursday. Shariah, Thursday? Temperature on Thursday. 60 what? Degrees. And what was Friday?
70 degrees.
70 degrees.